Welcome back to Next Gen Leaders podcast. Today, I'm really excited to speak with Nimala Bonturi, the CEO and co-founder of IO. Am I pronouncing it right? The company name?
Yes, both
Okay.
names are perfect, spot on.
All right. Okay. So IO is turning agricultural waste stream into high value oils, like you can say, that can replace animal fats and different kind of oils. So we are going to talk about her journey, the technology behind IO, and her vision for the future of food. So Nimala, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. To start, could you please tell us what's your journey and how did you started IO?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you for having me on your podcast. It's a pleasure from my side. Yes, so I am originally from Brazil, from the countryside of São Paulo state. So when I finished my PhD, let's say a few decades ago, not that
Okay.
many, I I have moved to Estonia to work at the University of Tartu.
Okay.
And there I met Petrian, who used to be my boss.
Okay.
But we both co-founded IO, and tables have turned. Today I am his boss. So
Okay.
yes, he was the principal investigator of the research group in Tartu. So we're working with bioprocess, with synthetic biology, which is both are my expertise. And then I told him about what was my research in Brazil about this amazing microbe that can turn basically any type of sugar, alcohol, organic acids, and some other compounds into fats and oils instead of turning them into what we know ethanol, right? Which is let's say the biggest market for yeasts nowadays.
Mhm.
And he got interested, and we kept the research going there for a few more years. And we moved from Tartu to the capital of Tallinn, which is an environment full of startups, very vibrant, and we got bitten by the startup bug. I don't know if it's known everywhere, but Estonia has the biggest numbers of unicorns per capita. As it's a small country, everything is per capita.
Yes.
So they have more than 10 unicorns there. So we decided to spin out from the university. And 4 years later, we are here
Okay.
in the journey and still alive, hopefully for a bit of more longer time.
I hope so. And so your thesis, like your topic of research in PhD, was similar to this objective in your startup, or it was different?
Yeah, so the microbe is the same, but the applications are different. So back when I was doing my thesis, which was 2012 to 2016, it was more focused on biodiesel production. So into biofuels and more sustainable ways. But actually, it's quite kind of a very hard field to enter, as prices have to be like super low to compete with current technologies. And apparently everyone is very attached to their cars. And no one wants to pay more for sustainability. But during this time together in Estonia, actually, and together with Petri, we were able to see that not only biofuels, but actually we can use, let's say, for a bit more noble applications like food, cosmetics, and some biochemicals.
Okay. So what was the like problem first problem in food or flavor that you wanted to solve? Like you said,
Mhm.
cosmetic and food. So what was the first problem that you encountered that you wanted to solve?
Mhm. Actually, if we take the total, let's say, oils and fat market,
Mhm,
globally speaking, it's actually a over $200 billion market,
mhm,
and most of the majority of industrial products actually they need to have some fat component as
mhm,
an ingredient in their formulation. So most of industrialized goods they require fat. So although it doesn't sound that sexy or that appealing,
mhm,
it's a molecule that is very versatile and very used by the industry. But the way actually we produce it by using either agriculture or animal farming, that is the problem that you use too much land for making these oleaginous crops or for animal farming.
mhm.
You use too much water. And of course, if you are using a lot of land, you're taking down trees and
Yes.
you also have a major biodiversity problems. So actually, what we want to solve, we know that as a tiny startup, we won't be the only solution, but actually, we want to be an alternative of producing these, let's say,
Mhm,
lipid molecules to current practices. And just some very recent information. So if we would take the whole land used for oleaginous crops, we
mhm.
it's about 3/4 of Europe for
Okay.
getting the whole global production. But if we will take all of this uh, um, production and we will change the technology to highest technology, which is microbial fermentation, instead of 3/4 of Europe, you would require a space smaller than Cyprus, which is this
Yeah, it's
small
very small.
island in
Yes.
Europe. So you can actually give back to forests and to natural um, ecosystems quite a lot of space, and this would mitigate quite a lot of CO2 over the years.
Mhm. Okay. So for someone like hearing about IO for the first time, how would you explain what your company does in like simple words?
Well, in a very, let's say, in a very short and nutshell way, I would say that we do fats and
Mhm.
oils because the technology is actually uh, kind of similar to brewing beer, for example.
Oh,
So
okay.
we, instead of using land, plants, or animals, we can make
Mhm.
fats and oils inside those stainless steel tanks.
Okay, so that
Uh,
what we call it bioreactor or something.
exactly. We use
Okay.
bioreactors or fermenters, however you prefer to call them.
Mhm.
So it's a similar way of making beer. Of
Mhm.
course, in our process, we need air. So this is a bit different than for example, ethanol fermentation.
Mhm.
And our yeasts are very good in turning sugars and other compounds into fats and oils.
Okay. Okay, so what makes this IO's red oil? I read about it on your website. So what makes this red oil special, and what gap in the industry does it fill?
Mhm. So actually, we have three products.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I have to talk a bit about them to say their difference and what gaps they are filling.
Mm-hmm.
So one, currently we call it encapsulated oil, but basically it is we produce the yeast, which is very rich inside of it in either let's say oils or free fatty acids,
Okay.
and then we dry. this is. And then it's kind of if you had an oil or a free fatty acid in a powder form.
Mhm.
Free fatty acids, they are more used for cosmetic and chemical application. And oils, of course, you can use for cosmetics as well, but they have a very nice application for food as well. So
Okay.
this encapsulated oil, we can basically substitute any oil or free fatty acid in any
Okay.
formulation.
Mhm.
But for food, we have been seeing that actually you can use it not only for the oil part, but also for cocoa, for some coffee, and some for egg replacement. So it's a multifunctional ingredient. I don't know
Okay.
if you had already the
Oh,
possibility of trying our
I have tried your
chai.
product this morning because I got the product in morning. So I tried the chai. So it was good. It was like first I smell it, so it was like smelling like tea. Then I tried it as well. I mix it with milk. That's what it was like. It has mentioned on the packet. So I mixed it with the milk. Then I heat it a bit. It was good. I tried like a cup of it, and there is a lot back there. I'll try it again.
Yeah, so it's a chai without any tea. It's using our
It's a
biomass. So you
tealess
can see.
tealess tea.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So who can use your product? Like if you talk about application area, who can use your product? All the three products that you have mentioned.
Yes, food industries, cosmetic industries, and also chemical ones.
Okay. Okay. Mm. So like, are you open for any collaboration? If yes, then who can work with like these cosmetic industries?
Yes, we are super open to collaboration. We have like over 100 companies that contacted us and would like to collaborate. But of course, as a tiny startup, we cannot supply all of them at the moment, but we are getting there. But if you are interested in either trying our ingredients in your formulations or any other type of collaboration, we are open for it. Um, so yes, just contact us, and we're happy to provide samples. Mostly we are B2B, so not to the final consumer, but actually to industries that are searching for more sustainable replacements for their lipids.
Okay. Okay, so many people talk about this fermentation or precision chemistry. So what makes IOS technology different at the scientific level? Like what's the main USP?
Yes, so first, we have a very robust and versatile fermentation platform, which means that we do not need, let's say, pure sugars to produce something. We can work with different side streams from industries, for example. So actually, if you have any side stream in your, let's say, process, we could potentially valorize it to fats and oils, which can be either sold or they can be incorporated into your final product if you work with such products. So this is one very versatile, very robust. We have proven our technology to semi-commercial scale already. So which is very like difficult when you are scaling up your technology. So we have had very successful scaling up trials, and we're gonna go for full commercial scale trial next year.
Okay. Okay. So is there like any problem that still needs to be resolved to run like AI to its full potential? Do you think is there anything?
Mhm. Yes, I would say as a startup, we always have the problem of time and resources, like people. So it's like framing it back. It's a resource problem: time, people, and funding. So,
Okay.
uh, so we have done quite amazing job so far. Our so by next year, by 2026, we want to take the process to commercial scale. So this is,
Okay.
how can I say, we are pretty confident of the technology, but of course, there is still the possibility of failing or dropping yields quite significantly. And also to find CMOs that can offer this contract manufacturing organizations who are like, it's not so easy to find them. So if you're hearing this podcast and you have a CMO, please contact me. We have spotted a few, but of course it's very expensive
Okay.
to do this type of trials. And to actually find new investors.
Okay.
So we are starting to fundraise next year. So we have fundraised more than 10 million euros at the moment,
Okay.
both from grants and from equity. But of course, we want to have a successful Series A next year. So we also need to bring in more investors to the table.
Okay.
And of course, as I said, time. And a tiny startup with 25 people, you have to work a lot to get everything done in short time and limited resources. But I guess that's what also makes us special. Our team
Yes.
is amazing.
So, like if someone or any company or anyone wants to invest in your startup, so who would be the most relevant, like for whom it would be the most relevant, let's say startup or company to invest in?
Sorry, can you reformulate the question, please?
Like who would be the most like fit or relevant for your startup to invest?
The
Like
type of the profile for investors you're looking for.
yes, that's what I'm trying to
Okay.
say. So who would be the
Yes.
most relevant?
Mhm. So I think if it is investors that aim to invest into innovation and sustainability, this would be, let's say, the broadest
Okay.
area that I can think. But of course, if there is a company, let's say a more strategic investor, let's say a company that wants to have this process and they are area or come as a joint venture, this is also a very nice fit because capex is very cost intensive for any, like for most of deep techs, as I and fermentation technologies. But of course, if we can have a company that is interested in doing a JV, a joint venture, that would be very interesting to us. But of course, you do not have to have this case if you want to invest in IO. I would say if you're brave and you have money in your pocket and you believe in sustainability and the quality and you're a cool person, you are welcome.
Okay. And so right now, what's your capacity of production? Like if it's on pilot level and what capacity do you need to go commercial, to go like at large scale?
Mhm. So currently we have one in-house pilot plant able to produce all three. products. The fermentation tank is about 300 liters working capacity. So we're
Okay.
talking about a few kilos per week. For commercial scale, then I would say the minimal size would be 1 or 2 reactors of 100 cubic
Okay.
meters, so 100,000 liters.
Okay.
So a bit bigger.
So Animela, it was like really nice to know about your unique and innovative approach to solve problems. So thank you for sharing insight. I'll share these with my connections on LinkedIn and YouTube. So maybe someone relevant will contact you.
Fingers crossed. But it was super nice to talk to you, and it was a pleasure to meet you.
Okay, thank you.